Good evening, welcome to another episode of Sports Week. It's been a big week in the world of sports around not only the Wide Bay region but right around the sporting globe, and we're going to cover it all here tonight. We're going to cover the Big Bash. We've got Braden Krebs joining us at the desk to talk AFL Nines, the Rump City Foods cricket competitions from the weekend. We're going to talk ladies cricket. We're going to have an interview with Lachlan Wood, and Jason Bell's joining us on the live link to talk about all the Superbike action for Phillip Island on the weekend. At the desk with me as usual, Matthew Fleming. Welcome, Matt.
Hey, mate. Good to see you again.
Yes, long time no see.
Yeah, since Sunday.
Since Sunday? No. Big week sport.
Yeah, it was.
Plenty to talk about.
Yes, lots happening. Yeah, very much so. It's good.
Yes. At the bar, he's back out of, I don't know where he's come from, out of somewhere, Daniel Nimmo. Nimmo, welcome.
Oh, guys, good to be back. What a cracking week it's been in sport, and it's good to see Flemmo sit next to you there, Grillsy, making you look real good.
Yes, we'll get touch on your trip away, but you've had to have 2-week break after a week away playing football. A bit of man flu got you.
I got to tell you, mate, I was down and out for about 4 or 5 days lying in bed. It was no good. It was like a party at my place. I'd blown that much boogie into my tissues. Everyone was dancing except me. It was no good.
All good. And joining us as usual, the lovely Victoria Clark. How are you, Vic?
Not too bad, Rhys. Always a pleasure to be on the show.
Another big week happening at 4BU and the Big Breakfast.
Yeah, no, it's all been happening this week. It's we've been seeing some hot days as well, but it's not been stopping the Bundy locals. So always tune in to 1332 4BU on everything that's been happening most recently around the Wide Bay region.
Yes. Give us a little teaser. We got some. You've got some sport for us tonight that's been happening.
I do, yes. It's all been happening in Hervey Bay this week. Going to hear from a very special guest a little bit later in the show, a gentleman, a local Hervey Bay boy who has made some pretty cool achievements in the world of golf. And then also from Hervey Bay, we've got a little bit of an update from the women's cricket team down there.
Sounds good. Hervey Bay, place to be.
Yeah.
All right.
Not if you're an AFL bloke in town here, it's not a good place to be.
So we'll kick off the show as we do each week with our Grand Ridge Brewing weekly highlight. I'll go to Nimmo first up, since he's missed out the last few weeks.
Yeah.
I tell you what, this highlight's probably not from the last week. It feels like it was a month ago, but I think it was only a couple of weeks ago. But there it is. There's the result of the 45s Division 1 Masters Queensland. We got up. We won the. We won the premiership. So we beat on the Sunday. We beat Tasmania. No, Western Australia. I think on the Wednesday we beat Tasmania, and then for the grand final we went up against Vic Metro and we won that as well. So myself, Wags from the Waves, and the Stedman medalist from last year, as you'd all know, and Acker, who's not here with us tonight. He's down in Brisbane now celebrating his All-Australian that he got while he's down there. He got about 16 kicks out of 3 games, but his boots made it look like it was about 48. And you could see half of those from the moon. His boots are that bright. But yeah, good on Acker. He's got himself another All-Australian, so 3-time All-Australian for Acker, and I think that makes him an all-time Australian Masters legend. Or that's what he texted me today to say anyway.
Self-appointed legend?
Yeah. Well, yeah, absolutely. It was via text, and it didn't come from anyone but himself. But
was that the pink boots?
No, these boots are made pink. these are like, these glow in the dark. They're greeny, yellow.
Only the legends get to wear the bright boots.
Holy, let me tell you, they look good. But there it is anyway, Queensland. We go to Fremantle next year, and we do it all again. So we had in the over 45s, we had 60-odd players. We had 2 divisions. We had Division 1 and Division 2. We played all in Division 1. We won the premiership. Division 2 didn't fare so well, and there was probably about 10 blokes that missed out on getting a game of footy. So it'll be interesting when we go to Freo next year to see how many of those guys will carry on and come over and fly the flag for Queensland. But geez, a great week, and as you can tell, still by my voice, we're still getting over it. So
that was probably more the off-field stuff than the on-field stuff that got the voice.
Oh, it was probably my leadership on-field, I reckon.
Yes.
Group morale.
Yeah, something like that.
Good team, man, aren't you?
So that was my highlight of the week. But also, obviously, during that time, Granny's paw, a little greyhound that I've been spending a bit of time with. She got up and got a maiden win at Rockhampton last week, I think, over 5:31, and just dashed the line to win by a nose hair. So she so that's a couple of big highlights, and I'm going to leave it at that, Grillsy.
Right, very good. Gee, what's been happening in your life in the last week?
Oh, Lee, I tell you what.
Yeah.
And, if anyone wants to buy a property as well, BagaraRealEstate.com.au.
Bit of me time there too.
Twist of the knife, Nemo.
Vic, what's caught your eye in the last 7 days?
Yeah, look, I don't really know how I can top that one, but just wanted to draw attention to water sports at the moment. As I said before, it's getting pretty hot out there. We're, only just getting into the summer months, but it's already getting into the low to mid 30s out there, and water sports are definitely starting to pick up here in Bundy. We've got a beautiful scuba diving spot just only about 20-minute drive from here, and it's a definitely fantastic time of year. Seeing a lot more divers and swimmers, sailors, all out on beneath the waves as well, getting out there and enjoying the beautiful spot that we've got right out on the southern tip of the Great Barrier Reef, just on Bundy's doorstep. So, if you're looking for something to do over the weekend, you don't need to have any kind of background. You don't need to, have a great deal of experience. Just check it out, and it's a great way to spend the weekend when the weather's nice.
Just grab
and sunny.
a couple of tanks and a bit of oxygen, and away you go.
Oh yeah, no, you don't even need the equipment. Just grab it from the barbie and jump straight in.
I'll see you on Saturday. That sounds sensational.
Yeah, we do live in a pretty neat part of the world,
Yes.
and we do get looked after with weather. So
We do.
yes, Matthew, what's caught your eye?
All right,
in the world
I'm
of
going to
sport?
go to Sunday afternoon in the Women's Big Bash, and our own Brisbane Heat player Gracie Harris coming off the 134 off about, not too many.
58 or 56 or
60
something.
balls. Hit a 6 with a broken bat. Legendary commentary. If anyone's watched it, she actually said, I need a new bat, but hell for it, I'll just hit this one anyway and then get a new one. And it broke and still went for 6 by a long way. So that was pretty good. And then the actual run chase started pretty good for Perth too. They were all off to a flyer, and then Wide Bay's Courtney Sipple wreaked havoc and got 4 for to tear it apart. So good job to the girls for that.
Yeah,
That was the
backed
best-
it up. They backed it up and got another win.
Yeah,
on
last
Monday,
night against
so-
Sydney. Yeah,
That was the best. That was the best cricket commentary I've seen in a long time. When she hit that 6 and broke her bat, that was sensational.
it was good.
So the Heat girls are up and flying and 3-0 and looking all right. I think they come back to Ellen Border later in the week. Ellen Border Oval later in the week and play a few games.
Yeah.
So they play at home.
Friday night they've got a game.
Friday night.
versus
So-
Stars, I think. So no, good on. They're going
Yeah,
well.
no, they're going
Hopefully our own Lucy Hamilton will get a game very soon.
Yeah, I think she'll get a game. They get
Yeah.
bank a few wins. They might
Yeah, give everyone a bit of a
a
go.
rotation.
Yep.
Queensland cricket rotation policy.
Yeah.
As we've seen with Usman Khawaja.
Yeah.
What a
yeah.
joke. I'll get your thoughts
Oh.
on that. Like, the bloke who's coming into a full test summer, he doesn't bowl. Like, not about his bowling workload. They're telling him he can't play cricket
Yeah.
because he can't bat. It's ridiculous.
We all know playing is what is the best thing for you. Like, you can sit in the nets all day and have balls thrown at you and whack it into the net, and you got no consequence. But you can just throw your hands at it. If you get out, I'll just reload. You got to get out in the middle and bat properly and bat like you're going into a big test summer too. Pakistan are actually going pretty well. And it could be like, what is he, 36, 7, could be his last summer playing Test cricket, and then you get out there and do that, and then he gets a couple of ducks, and they'll go, that's enough. Well, hang on, you told me not to bat, not to play.
I'd be filthy if they told me I wasn't allowed to play. And
Can you imagine back in punter, them telling that to punter back in the day?
Yeah.
I reckon he would have just,
Well, even Michael Clark, I was listening to him on breakfast radio this morning, and he said as well, he said, miss a few training sessions. You don't miss playing games.
No,
So-
never, no.
Anyway, Cricket Australia knows it all, so we don't. So
Righto, what do you got, mate?
Mine's a little bit probably similar to Nimmo's gone over the last couple of weeks, but there's a lot of international rugby league being played at the moment. And there's a few Bundy boys that have been out there. They are Waybutt boys have been in action for Papua New Guinea. They had a win against Cook Islands the other week, and they'll face Fiji this Sunday. So, and Felice Kafusi is been over in England playing the 3 Test series between Tonga and England. So,
Okay, awesome.
So 3 guys that come through Bundaberg as junior footballers that are on the international stage, I think is pretty new. And PNG, Fiji this week. There'll be a red hot game that Sunday afternoon. So get around and get
good
behind
on the boys.
wave up, boys.
It's good to see. Good to see some of the actual local talent really stick to it and go to that next level.
And good to see Sports Week getting around them as well.
Yeah.
Just letting everyone know about it.
But it is just these guys, like they don't get that NRL exposure. That a lot of them played Q Cup. Zach did play a few games this year. Obviously, everyone knows Felicie, but this international series, it sort of can make or break a lot of guys, and they can just kick off their career.
Yep.
100%.
Excellent. No, the stepping stone for them.
Yep. All right, we're going to head to our first commercial break, and after the break, we've got Braden Krebs joining us to desk
Krebsy.
to talk all things AFL 9s. We'll be right back.
Our programs are made by the very heartbeat of our town. It's our people that make our programs about us and what we do. From an early morning Anzac Day service to local sport, lively conversation about the game, to local music and the food we grow. Our people watch our locally made programs starring us and what we do. Your business can reach our audience in several very cost-effective ways. To find out how, send us an email or call for a no-obligation chat.
See Tagglevan's, your family-owned caravanning experts for the popular New Age caravan range. Walkinshaw designed and engineered for superior strength and reliability. Start your adventures today with a New Age caravan from Dale and the team at Tacklevan's to Calvin Street, Bundaberg.
All right, welcome back to the show. Okay, we're going to talk a little bit of AFL 9s now. Joining us is Brothers Bulldogs President and AFL 9s Coordinator, Braden Krebs. Welcome to the show.
Howdy, Grillsy. Famo.
Hey, mate.
Don't forget, and Nimo and Vic.
Yeah, Nemo. Well, hello, Nemo.
Hey, mate. Good to see you.
And Victoria. Yeah, hello. Victoria actually gave me a call at one stage there, I reckon. Was that you?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did. Called me at work. Never a good time.
No, Dale would have been under the hammer.
Yeah.
Anyway, AFL 9s, mate, how's it? You've kicked off, had a couple of weeks, got good numbers, happy with everything progressing?
Yeah, so we were sort of just a week out from the competition starting. We sort of had 10 teams solid. And then on I think it was the second last night before it started, Baxter, well, actually one of the other girls in the team got in touch via Instagram and said they wanted to put in another competitive team. So they ended up being the Jelly Beans. So then we had 11. And then it was pretty damn hard to do a draw with 11. So we've stuck in another team, the Hot Dogs. And that's nearly full. So, yeah, we've ended up with 12 teams, 6 social, 6 competitive. And everyone's out there having a good time and, kicking a few goals.
Yeah, good.
So a couple first weeks of fixtures. I know a man at the bar, he's playing in one of the sides.
Yeah, he's pretty pumped too.
Pretty pumped. Nimo, have you found it? Obviously, it's a little bit more social compared to playing proper football, but mixed teams and.
Well,
not if you know Nimo.
As Krebsy lent on, there's two divisions. So we've got the social comp and we've got the competitive comp. No surprise, we're in the competitive comp, but 2 weeks in. And we're having a ball. So we're undefeated, and I think Krebsy will confirm we're probably on the top of the ladder, and going really well. The Green Machines, sponsored by the Wide Bay Green Solutions.
Yep.
And actually, just on that, before we go on, I've got a couple of hats here. I might just pass them out to you guys here. So the Green Solutions are going Pinktober for breast cancer. There's one for you, Victoria.
Thank you.
Pinktober for breast cancer. So breast cancer, as we know, it affects both women and men, with approximately 57 Australians diagnosed each and every day. So during October, they'll be fundraising for the National Breast Cancer Foundation, who work to research, develop and improve treatment outcomes that ultimately save lives. They're trying to encourage all their staff members at Wide Bay Green Solutions there to wear these hats for the month of October. And And they were down there last night, Krebsy, and they were taking donations for breast cancer awareness. $5 donation got you one of these free caps, which you look absolutely amazing in, Grillsy.
Which as much as a shirt.
Bringing out the cheeks there, it looks great.
Real men wear pink.
Real men wear pink. And so they were there, and they were up to about $732. Their aim is to raise $1,000 for the month. They're at around the $732 mark now. They were there yesterday, but you can pop into Green Solutions Wide Bay, $5 donation, get yourself a little hat, and massive shout out to Green Solutions Wide Bay, who happens to be the Green Machines sponsor, which is my team. So there you go, hats off to them.
Yeah.
Absolutely. You've had a few good plugs tonight, Nemo.
He's
cash for comment or something like that.
He's literally plugging everything.
Yeah.
But a lot of these teams are business orientated sponsorship.
The majority are. We encourage that. So, like we've got the tackle vans, Taipans, my team obviously, but there's Nemo's Mob, Green Machines, Railway. They got the Code Hoppers. Blue Dog Concreting, Top Dogs.
Met Hotel.
Metro Magic.
The Lumberjacks.
Gemmo's Mob, Bundy Mulchinship, Lumberjacks. And I could keep going through the list, but I don't have it on me, Grills.
Oh, there's JP looking fit in that photo there. Yeah, good.
It's going well. And I've missed a couple there. Like I missed Nemo in the intro when we had the launch. Yeah. But we eventually got
we
to
didn't even see he was following the camera like a bad smell.
But fantastic competition. Krebs is doing an amazing job organising the whole thing. It's third season that the brothers have been hosting it. And doing a fantastic job. And everyone's starting to get really involved into it. Where the uniforms, everyone's sporting their own different tops now, and it's starting to become a real feature on the Bundaberg sporting calendar. Yeah.
So this nines concept, is it something that's run statewide? To each sort of centre run something similar, or is it a unique thing for Bundaberg?
It's an AFL concept, AFL nines. And you have to obviously sign a contract with them to host it. So that's what we've done. Basically shortened fields, nine aside, at least 3 ladies, so one in each zone. So there's zones to start with, and then it's a free-for-all after that, a bit like the 8s and 10s. It obviously we do have those competitive and social divisions, but some people do struggle with the no contact Grillsy. And it's been a bit of a process of sort of, and also the umpiring side of things too, in adjudicating that. And certain people have to put their egos in their back pocket, especially when a lady or someone else is in front of them and got right away at the ball to avoid making contacts. So it's slightly different, but it encourages new people to come to the game. And we've seen quite a few of these then go on to club footy, and obviously with the growth of women's football as well, there's quite a few new ladies out there playing soccer, from hockey, all sorts of sports, that hopefully this encourages them to take the step into club footy next year.
And it is a mixed sport as well. I don't know if we touched on that, but it is mixed. So we've got the 3 women on the field at every one time, or any one time. So.
And there is some tactics involved too, with the ladies getting 9 points for a goal in the forward line rather than 6. So the top dogs actually took a lot of advantage of that on Tuesday night with Bo Tanky up forward, kicking about 6 9-pointers.
Oh.
Yep.
Yeah, tactics are everything.
Yeah, tactics. So and hence they're on top of the ladder in the competitive division. Yep. And Nemo, contrary to what he thinks, they've actually dropped down to 3rd after their very narrow win on Tuesday night, last night against the Jelly Beans.
Tied on top, Nemo.
Hold on,
There it is. We got the ladder.
Oh,
So,
there you go.
here we go.
Concreting,
There's the top dogs.
Green Solutions
Green
Wide Bay,
Solutions 2-0.
120%.
So you're still on top, mate, but just percentage.
Yeah. So competitive division, three teams with 2 wins.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
6 great local Bundaberg-run businesses there getting in behind supporting the Nines. So.
Yep.
On an exciting competition, it looks
social
like
event.
it's a top 4, Krebsy, I think.
Oh, the socials
we're
the
running
same.
we're running a top 4. Yep.
Taipans, Metro Magic, the Hot Dogs, Cheese Givers, Stormers and Triple M Bundy Broncos.
Yep, SK's mob. So we played them. They're a developing team, you could say, new to the game. But it's good to have Simon Kelly along, brother's cricket president at the moment, with a team in the social comp. So and the difference is, and this is a bit different to our competition as well, which was just flashed up on the screen, is we actually have bonus points. So you can start each game with up to 12 bonus points, and there's various tasks. It basically evolves around posting photos and your team line up on social media and match reports, which have been getting better as we've gone. Nimmo's started writing poems for the green machines.
He's good at that sort of stuff.
Yeah. And they've been and Sam for the Magic did a pretty good one up there today. So yeah, keep an eye on Bundaberg AFL9's Facebook page for all that. Some pretty humorous stuff at times, actually.
You must have too much talent on your hands, Nimmo, to be able to be writing poems about social AFL games.
Yeah, no, there's this new program I found. It's called Chat GPT or something.
Yeah. It was.
Can you please bring
real
your poetry
estate.
in?
They have a bit of time, don't they? A bit of time in real
don't
estate.
So they're
it
always
away.
busy, just ask them.
Yeah, they're always busy. Yeah.
The Taipans might have implemented a bit of artificial intelligence to do their match report due to lack of time.
Yeah. So there's still room for anyone that wants to get involved?
Absolutely, mate.
Vic, is there a chance of having a game?
Oh yeah, no, I'll be there. Like, what are the age groups?
Yep. So the open mixed competition is 14 plus, and we're also running a kids comp for 11 to 14 year olds from 4 to 5.
I'll be in the 11 to 15 year olds.
And then the open mixed comp starts at 5:45, and we've had 2 time slots, and 5:45 and 6:45 games at 20-minute halves. And everyone's getting involved, and there's definitely room for players still to come. The hot dogs still need a few more ladies, and we wouldn't mind a couple more players in each team as well, just to add a bit of depth. But we've got about 160 in total now, I think, between the divisions, so going pretty good.
There we go, eh?
Yep.
Victoria, surely you can just stand the forward line and grab the ball and kick a 9-pointer.
Couple of
surely.
9-pointers.
Tearing it
Yeah.
That's all you got to do. Just in the forward line, kick a 9-pointer.
Can you catch that for a sec? You're in.
Yeah, you're in.
You're in.
I knew that's what we do as I saw it coming towards me. Don't raise your hand. No.
Green machine, you recruit.
And it's actually an interesting game where
Now,
if the ball hits the ground, whether it's a kick or a handball, other than in the ruck contest, it's a turnover. So it's a pretty fast-paced game on the shortened field. When the ball hits the ground, it goes the other way. So,
Well, I better get wrapped up here. But who's your favourites to win between the U2? Obviously, you're going to say Green Solutions are the favourite to win the comp.
yeah.
But you're playing in the social comp. Who's favourites to win the competitive competition?
The competitive division. The top dogs won all their preliminary matches last year and then lost in the semi-finals. So I'd suggest that they'll be wanting a bit of redemption from last year, which is the Blue Dog concreting top dogs. So I'd say they're favourites for the competitive division.
All right.
We were down by 40 points at half time yesterday, and we got up and won by 3. I'm not saying we're going to win the grand final, but I'm saying we.
You'd be there and thereabouts.
Well, I'm surprised we won by 3.
Not if you're given 40-point half-time leads,
You've got a lot of experience in your team, Nimmo.
You call
Is that because they're old?
Like it? No, enough said.
No, all good. Right, that's a great wrap. Thanks for joining us.
No
You keen
worries.
to hang around for the rest of the show?
Yes.
Rightio, no worries. We'll get keep you at the desk with us. Rightio, we're going to head to another commercial break, and after the break, joining us from Melbourne live is Jason Bell. We'll be right back.
Who can you call upon when interest rates are rising, or if your fixed rate is ending? The refinanciers from Aussie. We'll make your home loan work harder. Let's talk.
At Rose Consulting and Financial Services, they offer fast, tailored finance solutions for a range of equipment, from business vehicles to farming machinery. Find Rose Consulting and Financial Services on Facebook and LinkedIn. RCFS, making finance simple again.
Hey, welcome back to the show. Joining us live from Melbourne, our well, we can now probably call him now our motorsport correspondent, Jason Bell. Welcome, Jason.
How you going, boys? And Victoria, how is everybody?
Top of the world. Top of the world.
Good.
Anytime you got a Gippsland Gold or a golden nail in your hand from Grand Ridge Brewing is perfect.
Especially when they're 440ml cans. Oh, wait.
God, you guys certainly do it tough at work, don't you? You're getting treated pretty poorly there by the sounds of that.
Yeah, no,
We
mate.
can't complain.
We had a big weekend down at Phillip Island on the weekend with the MotoGP. You got along and had a bit of a look for us.
Yeah, I certainly did. It was certainly a big weekend of high speed. Certainly a lot of thrills and certainly a lot of spills. Lots of crashes, which makes it action-packed. The crowd sort of love that. Lots of top speeds and lots of firsts. I will say first. We had a Saturday race for the first time that I know of, where it's been swapped from the main race being on a Sunday to a Saturday, due to the weather being so poor in Melbourne on a Sunday. I know you guys don't cop up poor weather, but it was that poor on Sunday that they ended up swapping it right around. They run the main race on Saturday. They planned to run a sprint race, they called it, on the Sunday, and it was cancelled after no shortage of bikes went down the road in the intermediate Moto2 class. I think there was 10 riders crashed within a few laps. The current world champion in Moto2 crashed on the warm-up lap. So I think there was very, very good reason for swapping those days around. And, yeah, it was just... MotoGP is just it's an amazing event. The money and time that goes into these bikes are worth millions and millions and millions of dollars. And to think that 10 of them threw them down the road in the rain like that and binned them, it would have been an expensive weekend for the team.
So you're saying one of those bikes is worth a couple of $1 million?
Yeah. You'd be talking to run one of those teams with a couple of bikes. I'm sort of guessing here, but it'd have to be somewhere up near the $50 million to run a team like that for the season. They have hundreds of employees. They have engineers working overseas. So the engineers would be working through the night, and they'd be making modifications on those bikes in the morning before they go out on the track again.
So when's Grand Ridge going to have a team of their own?
We need to sell a lot more beer, guys, and we're relying on you to do that. So
We're working on it.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, we actually sponsor the World Superbike Series, and we've sponsored that 2022, 2023, and as of early this week, we are now confirmed for 2024. So in February 2024, you guys up there in Queensland, you need to get down to Victoria, feel a bit of the chilled weather, but it won't be chilled in February, I don't think. And get down and have a look at it.
Put that in the diary, lads.
It could still rain in February in Melbourne, mate.
Yes, very, very true.
It could snow in Melbourne in February.
Yeah.
A big concern of it.
No, you did right
You
there.
need to take 3 suitcases when we leave here to go to Melbourne because you don't know what you're going to need.
Well, I can't argue with that, that's for sure.
Oh, that's huge. Good, massive congratulations to you guys. That's huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was an amazing weekend, like I say, and you get many celebrities that attend these events, and they get down. I think they just can't believe. They actually just can't believe the top speeds of the bikes. If you think Formula One's fast, you think that supercars is fast. These bikes at Phillip Island, they head down the main straight, and they reach about 345, 346 kilometres an hour before they tap the front brake and they turn through turn 1, which is one of the fastest corners in the world. It's probably 220 kilometres an hour, hanging right on the edge of the tyre with their knees and elbows scraping on the ripple strip.
Oh, that sounds like Flemmo playing footy.
Oh, don't know about that.
Yeah.
That's something that they say, do not try this at home.
Yeah,
When
so
you're riding a motorbike, yeah.
Yeah, it's if you've never seen it before, when you're there, I mean, the television just doesn't show the speed, but it's extremely fast. And when these guys have an accident, it's usually a doozy, because of the speeds that they're carrying. Yeah.
And what's the better day? Is it the qualifying days or is it the actual race day as a spectator?
Yeah, for a spectator, qualifying's not too bad. They've introduced a new race this year on the Saturday called the Sprint Series, which is half of the race distance of a normal race distance. A normal race distance is approximately 27 laps, and they bring it back to about 12 or 13 laps for the sprint race. And I find that one pretty exciting because you've got to go hard from the first lap. You don't need to worry about your tyres lasting the full length of the race because it's only half a race. And it creates a lot of opportunity for accidents and different people to win the race because it's a shortened race and they're just going so hard from from go.
Gee, every sport's adopting the same sort of program, aren't they? It's like T20 versus 50 over international crickets. Everyone's sort of doing those short and modified events just to make it more exciting, aren't they? Yeah,
it's all about the crowd. It's all about the people watching. And usually, or in the past with MotoGP, they do the practice sessions on a Friday. They do the qualifying on a Saturday, and then eventually it gets to the race on a Sunday. And I must say, since they've made it the way they have at the moment, the riders aren't too thrilled because they've got to do twice as much work as they normally do.
Yeah.
And it's far more riskier for them because if they crash on the Saturday, they may not be there on the Sunday. But from a spectator's perspective, it's fired it right up. It's made it a lot more exciting, and there's only a few points in the top two in the championship now because they've spiced it right up.
Mm. Yeah. So just from the weekend, the Aussie Jack Miller from Townsville, Queenslander, qualified 8th and finished 7th. He probably, on his home track, home country would have liked to do a little bit better.
Yeah, I think you're right there. And Jack's the only Australian in MotoGP, so that's a pretty big statement. And for some reason, all the talented MotoGP and World Superbike riders seem to come from Queensland or New South Wales. So I'm not sure what the story is there or what you guys do up there. But Jack was riding a Ducati at the start of the year. He swapped teams. He's jumped on a KTM this year, so he's actually doing quite okay. And when they cancelled the sprint race on Sunday, he had a few words with the organisers. He was not pleased. He's just saying, listen, we're professionals. We should have to deal with the conditions the way they are. And he really wanted to race in front of his home crowd. You've got people from all over Australia travelling to that event, and they travel for days on end to get down there. And I think Jack wanted to put on a show, and he wasn't able to on the Sunday. And so he, like I said, he was very disappointed, and he certainly wasn't scared to let everybody know about it. But then you get the teams on the other side of it that were very happy that the race was cancelled. There'd be a couple of reasons for that. One is it's the safety of the riders and the World Championship, currently. And the other thing is it's just far cheaper on bike repairs if they don't have to fix another dozen smashed bikes. So this weekend coming up, I think they're in Indonesia. So they'd be tomorrow on Friday. They'll be out on the track practising again. So they've hardly had a break and they'll be back out there ready to race in a very, very warm country.
Yeah, not much turnaround. But Jonathan Zarco won the event on the weekend, his first ever top of the podium out of nearly 100 starts. So big weekend for him.
Yeah, Zarco is a bit of an interesting one. Over the years, he's a really likeable Frenchman. And over the years, a lot of people have gone, oh, Johnny, he's going to win here. He's going to win, and he never gets there, and he always finishes second. And his teammate, who's finishing second in the championship, was struggling on the last lap of the main race on Saturday. And Zarco just pulled an incredible move at Miller Corner and dived straight underneath him, and they couldn't get back near him. And I reckon Zarco's still celebrating. You probably can't believe he's second time.
There was a group of lads from Bundy here that went down,
Yep.
called the Purple Helmets. A few older gentlemen who rode down there, and took them about a week and so forth to get down there, and now they're on their way home. So, I've seen a couple of Facebook posts, and they were, a bit devastated about the getting down there, and they're missing out on that. But, I think they enjoyed just a week on the bikes, riding down there. Yeah. What about a Bathurst style MotoGP race? Is that something that could happen?
I think
like dual riders and instead of 27 laps doing 100 laps or something, like, is that something that could happen?
They do something like that. It's called the Suzuka 8 Hour, so it's done in Japan. And they do that with the super bikes because they're a road-based bike that you tend to get a little bit more miles out of them. Instead of doing 27 laps, they can do a couple of hundred laps once they detune them a little bit.
Yeah, okay.
But it's a pretty tough race to win because 8 hours on a motorcycle, I tell you what, it might not look like a sport where you're using a lot of energy and you need to be super fit. But if you do 8 hours or even share that with another rider, you hop off the bike and you wouldn't be able to walk after that.
I just know 30 minutes on a spin bike.
Yeah.
Holy.
Yeah. I know an hour or so riding a push bike's pretty tough. So
a couple of the Aussies did all right there on the weekend, the Moto 2s and the Moto 3s.
Yeah. Moto 3, we've got a young guy in there. His name's Joel Kelso. He's from Darwin. He's had this year, his first year in Moto 3 in the World Championship. He's had a bit of bad luck this year. He finished a race a couple of months ago and someone crashed in front of him after the race had finished. And he got a really, really broken, a really badly broken leg. And he'd come back probably 4 or 5 rounds after that. And he's gone out there and he's been up the front, but he sort of hasn't been there. And at Phillip Island, it was just awful conditions. It was absolutely pouring. He was fighting for the lead. And it looked like he was going to win his first Moto 3 race. And he had a couple of close calls when there was only a lap or so to go, and I think he was quite happy to settle himself for third. So he took third, but it was just fantastic to see an Australian on the podium at the Australian Grand Prix.
Yep, great stuff. So you just said that they moved to Indonesia this week, but also any other motorsport, V8 supercars?
With the supercars, you got the Gold Coast on this weekend.
Gold Coast, yeah.
So I'm hoping to get up there. I'm still yet to finalise things, but that would be very, very nice to be up in that lovely weather that you guys seem to be sport with up there. And I think there's one more round with the supercars after that, and that would be Adelaide. There's motorsport. There's plenty of action at the moment, but it's certainly coming to the time of year where it's all going to be over within the next month or so.
Awesome.
Plenty happening. All right, well, thanks for your time and joining us, and we'll get you on probably to wrap up all the seasons for around the place.
Excellent. Thank you very much, and you guys have a fantastic night.
Well done.
Thanks, Jace.
Thank you.
Cheers, Jace. Gippsland Gold. Grand Ridge.
Jason Bell there from joining us from Melbourne. Righto, Vic, you've got a special story for us.
I do, yes. So it's a story of a young man who we're going to hear from next. Lachlan Woods is a local Hervey Bay boy. He's always been an avid golfer, but recently he was in a pretty bad car accident where he broke a ton of bones and had to be in and out of hospital, had a whole lot of operations over quite a long period of time, and the odds were all stacked against him, even just returning to everyday life, let alone going back to professional golfing. But at the moment, he is currently the #1 golfer in Australia and is right now ranked as number 8 in the entire world.
Yeah, good.
He's fantastic. So very, very inspirational story, and we're going to hear from Lachlan now.
Yeah, so it's been a big 3 weeks. So I've squished in a few events. It all started, I flew over to Perth for the WA Open at Joondalup Golf Club, which is probably one of the biggest events in WA and part of the PGA Tour of Australasia. I was lucky enough to come home by 2 shots over Cameron Pollard. It was a great battle down the stretch. He definitely had me there for a bit, but coming down the last couple of holes, just managed to hold on and get the win. After that, I pretty much jumped straight on a plane back over to Brisbane, teed it up the next morning in the Gold Coast, minimal sleep, and managed to place 9th at the Trainee State Championships at Windaroo Lakes Golf Club. And once again, within 10 minutes of finishing up presentations, I was straight on a plane back over to the west and into Perth and out to Kalgoorlie for the next weekend. So 3 events in about 11 days, 2 wins, a top 10. Was good, but it definitely took it out of me. It was a really good test. Really probably one of the most enjoyable rounds I played, and it was great that it was head to head. Like, it was a shot here, a shot there, back and forth. I think the leads the lead swung 3-4 times in the last day. And lucky enough, once again, come home with a strong final stretch. It was great. People obviously know who I am. They already knew who Cameron was. You know, we're the leading 2 Australians, and we love a good battle. You know, we're great mates now. We've played a lot of matches. You know, we even help each other on the range now. So it's really great to see the competition, and we can both grow against each other. So the friendships created there. And then all the other guys, it's great to see them. You know, it's great social side of it as well, you know, and it's great to see these places and support these events. They support us so much. But yeah, it's been good. I've been able to lock in that number 1 Aussie spot now and cement myself there. So the lead up to the Australian Open's coming up. So I'm hoping to get ready and see the guys that I've fought against in England. I've been trying to do what I can do for my body. I think nothing beats a bit of rest, and I'm definitely due for a little bit of rest, hopefully in 1 week soon.
That's Lachlan Woods there in Hervey Bay. He's got a lot of different matches coming up soon. He's well back on track and he's just dove straight into it. So all the best, Lachlan. We wish you well and congratulations on your wonderful achievements.
Yeah, well
back
done.
to you guys.
Yeah, I actually watched a bit of that comp when it was over in WA the other week, because they played the disabled golfers against the actual golfers, men and women, and some of those guys match it with
Go well
with the able-bodied athletes, and it's they're fantastic, and I don't think that's a good way to spend your pastime playing a bit of golf.
Jeez. Wouldn't mind being able to hit it like that.
That footage there, the skinny fairway, how would you go through there for me?
No, I don't think. I'd have to use the putter, I reckon, knock it straight and try and hit it down there just a little bit. That's a scary tee off for someone like us. Hackers.
No, well done to him, and hope he keeps going up and up in the world, and he thinks he'll head overseas and get into a few tournaments over there. So, we're going to head to another quick commercial break. After the break, we're going to talk all things cricket. Be right back.
Rum City Foods stocks everything. Paul's Milk, frozen products, packaged foods, dairy, bakery, drinks, chemicals, and all the hospitality packaging you need. Find them at rumcityfoods.com.au or at their massive new premises on Commercial Street, Bundaberg.
Your local Better are your appliance specialists with everything from fridges and laundry to TV, small appliances and much more. Plus, take advantage of our free delivery service within 20 k's of your local Better store. Go local. That's better.
Hello, welcome back to the show. Okay, it's time to talk all things cricket. We're going to kick off something a little bit different. Vic's got all the news for us.
I do, yes. Over to the women's cricket, and it's all happening down in Hervey Bay at the moment. Because a group of ladies down there very recently, well not very recently, but recently recognised a bit of a hole, and a whole bunch of gals wanting to play a bit of cricket down there, and they didn't really have the opportunity to. So they've formed the women's cricket team down there. It's all ages from young teenage girls through to more mature ladies able to come and play both socially and competitively. They've been doing really well so far. They've gradually been building up the team and building up their teams and seeing some really great results. So we're going to hear from those girls now.
So the women's social competition is run by me and my dad. It's just for any girls that want to come and give cricket a try, and it's just a lot of fun. We play under lights and it's just great to get involved. So the program was really brought about because when I was going through my junior cricket there was nothing really for girls, and we just wanted to try to make it as promote it as much as possible and get real interest in the sport, so just keep it evolving. Yeah, Beth Mooney, she is 100% my favourite player. Growing up in the same town as her and going to the same sort of schools as her, it's just been amazing, and seeing the opportunities that she's got now coming through the ranks in Hervey Bay, it's just a really great opportunity, yeah. Last year's numbers, we had a big spike in participation, and we're really hoping to increase those numbers again this year. We had really great reviews from the competition as well, so it's really good. Everyone's keen to get back on board. Yeah, we're the first real people that have given it a run, and it seems to be working, so we strongly encourage other towns to get involved because it's been working really well. we've definitely got a lot of interest, not only from young girls, we've also got like mothers and even grandparents we've had come and play before, play with their granddaughters. It's a really great experience. There's people of all ages. It's really good. I encourage anyone who wants to give it a try to come down on a Thursday night. So for anyone who wants to get in contact or is keen to play, go to the Hervey Bay Cricket Association page on Facebook and either contact them directly or contact my dad's phone number, which is in the description.
So Hervey Bay has been hosting the women's social competition for a few years now. We have a wide age range from little girls up to 7 to grandmothers. We had one lady that was 60 something, I believe, last year, and she had a great time. She was here with her granddaughter, and yeah, couple years running now, so it hasn't needed as much preparation. But when we first ran it, like the first comp that we ran, there was a lot of advertising and a lot of preparation and a lot of like sort of endorsement that went into it. We had a lot of people like contacting on Facebook, asking lots of questions that were very difficult to answer because we didn't have a lot of information about how it would run, sort of thing. I believe it's a major breakthrough because coming through the ranks as a young girl, through the boys division sorta, it's very daunting, definitely. Having your first couple of weeks and not knowing anyone, like it's very daunting. So it's a good way for girls to get into cricket without having to jump straight into the boys because it can be quite scary. We have Queensland Cricket down a few times a year and they have a look at everything and they sort of give out some information, and you know there's the schoolgirls sort of pathway and the club pathway, but this is a great way to introduce girls to that sort of thing without having to just send them straight off. Honestly, it's a very social environment out there on the Thursdays. We have a speaker going most weeks, like it's lots of great, like you can make a lot of friends and a lot of people are sort of in the same boat. They don't really know what they're doing or they're not really sure how to get involved, but it's a great way to just get into it really. I'm looking forward to seeing all the old faces again. Seeing all the girls come back, it's a really positive experience seeing all the young ones come back and like say hi and ask what's been going on, and definitely seeing the new faces is fun as well because you get to introduce them and you get to let them experience it without it being too competitive.
Yeah, so the girls have been doing a really great job down there and they've seen a niche that needs to be filled and they're doing very well filling it. So all the best to the Hervey Bay Women's Cricket Competition, social competition down there, and all the best for the future. And now we'll hear from the gentleman.
Yeah, no, it's not only Hervey Bay, we've had a few ladies playing Bundaberg. Obviously we've got a lot of great junior girls that are playing, but shout out to Danelle Inman, who filled in for Across the Waves on the weekend. Got roped in by a husband to play. Dale, his Secretary of Waves, and they were a bit light on numbers, and Danelle pulled the colours on and had a game.
And it was a granddad the week before that did the same for them.
Father-in-law,
he filled in. We had a few come back on the weekend to fill in for Waves.
But not only that, Catherine White's playing ISIS Division 2. So there's a lot of older ladies and that are getting involved as well.
There's a few that run around in the lower divisions, which is good.
Yeah. All right. Aussie Bundy Big Bash Friday night saw the Tackle Vans Taipans 133 with Chris Duff top scoring of 53 and Trent Seeds with 31. Jaden Santa Catarina 4 for 23, the pick of the bowls for the Pies. And Pies chased them down 7 for 137 in the second last ball with Hayden Pope top scoring with 43 and Mitch Waters the pick of the bowls for the Taipans with 2 for 30. And you guys were out there. I was away, but Pies just snuck home by a couple of wickets.
Yeah, it was unfortunate. I think they sort of might have got their bowlers a little bit mixed up and so forth, and they had to bowl a relatively new fella in the last over, and I think he bowled 3 wides to get it close right at the end, so which is a bit unfortunate. But
didn't give that one. That's hitting middle and leg.
I think, as I said, I was in there. I mean, it was a very dubious shot.
Go hard.
drop catch all the same, but
That is
See
right in
Connor.
the
See
Yeah.
Connor.
That
Go over the roof.
That was the one that went right over the grandstand
Yeah.
from Bondi there, I think it was.
yeah.
better than a duck, but
But
Hayden Pope just continuing in some good form, eh?
not far off.
And I think what we've seen there was the difference in the game. The Pies held on to their chances, bar one, I believe, which Jesse Richardson didn't get a hand on, a Skyer. And the Taipans probably put down 4 or 5 chances throughout the innings, which, in a low-scoring game, which what it was, they got them over the line in the end with the Pies getting home with a couple balls to go.
Balls to spare. So that puts the Pies at 1-1, so they'll move on to 2 points. So everyone's played 2 games now with the Heat out on top, on 4 with 2 and 0s. So
Jay Rich is looking fit behind the stumps there, though, isn't he? Looking real fit.
He has a particular style about it. It's pretty casual. Behind the stumps
a bit of a veteran there, and Chris Stuff just
There he
anchoring
is.
an innings. Probably just needed someone to go with him, really, didn't it?
Well,
Lukey Solano missed out again.
Oh, this is the one you
another
wanted
big
to
bomb there.
That's a 6.
Oh, geez, that had some go on
It's
it.
a big hit.
and this young bloke, he just seems continue to impress, doesn't he? Another 4 wickets. He took some
Yeah.
wickets at vital times for the Pies last year, and probably a reason why he was retained as
Yeah, their young
guns,
gun.
so-
Yeah, definitely right. Oh, Kino. Oh,
Yeah.
that's what that deserved.
And we've seen a pretty sharp catch there, which was the difference. There was a couple from the Pies. And one thing that keeps coming up each week that in the Bundy Big Bash is the power play. And it probably causes more trouble than good for the batting side most of the time. The Taipans took it when we were 4 down, possibly with a chance to get 160, and lost Chris Duff and Trent Seeds in the same over. And then ended up getting it out another 20, 30, probably 25 runs in the last 6 overs. So
we talk about it a lot in the commentary, is that it can be detrimental at times to take it. It just seems to bring on a wicket or 2.
I must say, being on in the Taipans camp, I can't actually remember a game where it's gone well for us.
Yeah, well, even yesterday, the Brisbane Heat girls were flying, and they took it and they got 10 runs off their power surge. So and then they still got enough runs in the end to win the game. So
brings the field in, and you think you've got to hit over the top, and it does bring wickets. So yeah, as we said, well, good win there, getting home late to the Pies, and probably what they needed to get a bit of momentum in their title defence. So
Billy Moorhead will be up and about.
Billy was up and about.
Billy was up and about. He made a very late entrance into the game, possibly with about 10 overs to go. But everyone knew he was there, that's for sure. So
that's fine.
Yeah, good value, Bill.
We caught up with Taipans player Mitch Waters at the conclusion of the game.
Okay, Mitch, so that game tonight was a close one in the end of the day, but did it go how you thought it was going to go?
No, we didn't get the chocolates, so it was a good close game, so that's all you want for people watching on TV and the crowd here, so it was a good game of T20 in the end, Yep.
Okay, so standouts on your side tonight?
Yeah, well, Duffy come in 3 and got 50 runs there and kind of anchored the batting, and then bowling wise, Lockie and Duffy and actually Trent Seeds bowled really well, so there were probably 3 of our pick of the bowlers, yep.
So was your side at full strength tonight, or were you a few players down?
We were a few down, so we only had 10, so we pulled Dan Unwin in from the pool so we could actually make 11 to make the game. So we didn't have someone not field and just bat for them like they did, unfortunately, and they got someone that wasn't even registered in the comp, didn't nominate, and he's out there fielding for him. So I find that pretty disappointing from the Pies.
Yeah, we heard the commentators talking a little bit about that as well. So you can't just pull someone from outside without having them officially in the team, can you?
Oh, it'd be like us getting Marnus Labuschagne just come field for us if he's in town. Same thing. So I'm not in the spirit of the game, and it's very disappointing.
We'll let that guy go. But otherwise, how did you feel that your team went tonight?
Yeah, we went all right. Yeah, we're just starting to gel. Like, obviously, we only had one T10 game at the start of the year. This is our first T20. We've got another one next week, so we could just build and improve. We're still getting to know what everyone does and stuff like that as well, and I'm sure we'll gel and hopefully have the big dance when the time comes in December.
Awesome. So who are you playing next week?
I think we got the Heat from memory. Yeah, so that'll be another tough game. They're a good side, so and I think we're back to full strength as well. So bring them on.
Now, we had quite a lot of comments coming from Dale up here, who was commentating and watching the team. He's probably your biggest fan, of course.
Oh, fan! I've been a Taipan through and through for the 6 seasons or whatever now. And he's an absolute legend. So top bloke.
Yeah, Mitch Waters there a little disappointed and frustrated with some of the goings on Friday night, but unfortunately in the rules of cricket is that anyone's able to subfield, and I think all the teams have done it over the 6 years of the Big Bash that someone has subfielded that hasn't been part of the original auction, and as I said, it's in the laws of cricket that you can actually have. Nemo, do you know that you can have 9 subfielders on a cricket team at once? As long as you've got a bowler and a wicket keeper, they can switch each over. You can have 9 subfielders. So
seems legit.
There's a few people getting around that don't know the rules, and bit disappointing to get thrown under the bus that things aren't getting done by the rules when technically there's.
It was just unfortunate, wasn't it, that we only had 3 or 4 players left in the pool. One bloke's Acker, and he's left town, so there's no one in the pool left, and we needed to get someone in to help the team out. So, we want to see teams with 11, not with 10.
And he was never going to battle bowl in the game.
No, that's right. No.
So, you could have got
technically
Joe
still a
from the
junior.
corner pub on the way down.
He was still a junior. Like, it's not like he was a senior rep player. He was a junior, so
he did play in the rep game on Sunday.
Oh yeah, but that's just because he's pretty handy.
But regardless of who it is, you can subfield for any game, any team.
Yeah, and it's just what one team's always going to say. If they didn't bowl 3 wides at the end, they'd probably win, and then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
So.
But you've got to be registered. You've got to be registered with Bundaberg Cricket, don't you, to be able to do that? You can't just take Marcus loose bus change out there.
If he wants to come out, he can. Yeah, anyone can.
The Big Bash is actually our own competition, so you don't actually have to be technically registered to a club.
Roger.
Yeah, there's lots of guys that play that aren't actual registered and play club cricket. So, yeah.
But
it's unfortunate.
It's unfortunate, but it all went down the right channels, and
I'm free Friday night, lads. Just so you know.
Feel free. There'll probably be someone looking for a side, because if you've got 14 players and you can't get 11 of those 14 to commit, it's pretty disappointing across the board.
That's right.
So
you could just come help in the bar, mate.
Yeah.
You'd be well served.
That's dangerous for them. All right, you sold it to me.
He's doing a good job right now. So.
Okay, well, on the other side, we caught up with Jaden Santa Catarina from Headlands Pies.
So that was a very close game tonight. It was a good one to watch. How did it go from your team's perspective?
Yeah, well, we started off well, bowled well. Everyone did their job with the ball in the field. We only had done half the job though. We knew we had to get out there and finish it with the bat. Started off a bit shaky, but got there in the end, so it was good. Good finish.
It was. Now, that last over, that was the one that was going to be the make or break for you guys. And it went your way, but it was a tough game up till then.
Yeah, it was. Taipans really well. It was a good battle. I was next in the bat. I was bit nervous, but the boys stayed composed and did well to finish it off.
Was your team at full strength tonight, or were you down players?
We were missing a few. We were missing 4, I'm pretty sure. So had someone come in from the reserves to subfield for us tonight, but all the boys did well, stepped up and played a big role, and it was good.
Now, there's been a few comments about the person who stepped up wasn't in... No, that was on the other side, wasn't it? That was on the Taipan side. They had somebody who wasn't actually officially nominated catching for them.
We had a fielder, Corey Pope. He wasn't nominated, but we had him as a sub-fielder for us. Not allowed to battle bowl, but he got to field for us, so... Yeah.
I'm not sure about the rules, so that's fine.
Yeah, no, that's all right.
No worries. Standout players on your side tonight?
So I think big standout for us was Patrick Powers. Batted well, steadied out the middle period, bowled well, started off well with the ball for us. I'd like to thank Najitha and Blackie at the end there, did well. Jesse did well to stay out there with the bat when he opened up, so it was good.
Yeah, Jaden Santa Catarina there from the Headlands Pies, mate.
Yeah.
As you said, 4 wickets for him and really good job. So,
he's just emerging as a bowler, isn't he? Like
Yep.
he's just growing into his body and still only a young fella. Like he's still got a little bit probably to go. So, get a bit more power into it. But I think he's going the right way.
Yep. Right, we'll just touch on a little bit of local cricket from Saturday. Across the Waves, 231, taking on Norths. Luke Owen top scoring was 67, and the man of the hour, Corey Pope, was 62. Chris Napper and Shannon Smith with 3 wickets each for Norths, but they were never in the hunt, and the chase bowled out for 128, and Napper scoring 40, and 4 across the Waves bowlers taking 2 wickets. Norths were a fair few down. No Josh Winnan, no Brendan Hanley, no Jaden Bonds.
I think we said that, didn't we, in the last couple of weeks? If Handles and Bondi and that aren't there, it really depletes their batting lineup and gives them that real staying, guy that they can bat around. And I think he just lifts the whole team when Handles is there, especially, and Bondi with some of his bigger hitting. So
the way you can get off the start.
Yeah, exactly. And Scotty Irwin wasn't there either. Scotty Irwin's been pretty good. Yeah, he was on a cruise.
So there's probably 4 of their top 6 bats that were out on the weekend. I think Paulie Janner batted at 3, and they were a bit light on. So
PJ
at
3. Turning back the clock.
Yeah.
The other game, and Brothers 148. Oliver Bogue top scoring with 58, and they bowled East out for 140 in a pretty close game. We were sort of thought East were cruising and they were going to get home, and then just dug themselves into a bit of a hole and fell a few short, with Harry Kirakoski doing the damage with 4 for 27.
Yeah, he's come back after a season or 2 off, and we're really good, Harry. Really probably changed his lifestyle, didn't he? Like he's looking after himself a bit more now. And
is he the leading wicket taker?
Oh yeah, 14 wickets at 7.5. He's 7 clear already in
bowling hand grenades.
5 weeks of cricket.
Isn't it funny? Some of the, and I think Sammy Pearson, who's probably their probably number 1 bowler, only got his first wicket for the season on the weekend. So he's been bowling his guts out, and then Harry's coming in to get all the wickets at the end. But sometimes it happens. You get through the hard stuff, and then you see a spinner come on and wreak havoc.
Yeah. Well, and then just touching on a couple of highlights from the lower grades, wins to ATW and Brothers in Division 2 with one of the former co-hosts of this show, David Bowe.
Yeah.
112 not out.
Hey.
Yeah.
With a busted finger.
Yeah,
and a sore knee, and didn't feel too much after that.
No. Does he field ever?
Well, not really, no, he doesn't.
He seems to bowl his overs and he's off. He spends more time in the bar with you than what he does on the field, unless he's batting.
Yeah,
and young Cooper Raybine was 77 not out in the other game for ISIS, and Nick Laffey with probably his top score for a very, very long time.
Probably since he was a kid, I would say. Yeah, he batted really well.
He didn't get that many as a kid either.
Oh, didn't he? Yeah, no, batted real well, Laff.
Yeah.
I actually had to fill in and help out that game, and young Cooper Abraham batted exceptionally well. Like, he anchored the innings for them, nearly got him home. He was pretty buggered at the end, the young fella, like after keeping for 40 overs first and then nearly batting pretty much 40 overs. But he batted really well and sensible.
Flemo, did you get the pad up?
I did.
How did the Bradman of the Bush go?
I had 6 off 5, I think. Hit the first ball straight into my knee.
That's 0?
Yeah, and hit a 4 and then got a single, and then that was it. I think something like that I would have got, and I got a wicket at the end, bowling some hand grenades. Yeah.
So living up to your name.
Yeah.
Living up to your name, Bradman of the Bush.
I think I'd had 5 cans before I batted, so. But anyway.
Red Bulls, of course.
Yeah.
Or
Red Bulls.
Yeah.
No, it was good fun. I just, I do miss playing, but I don't want to have to do it again if I don't have to.
Yeah, you sit at home with your water tank and your cricket stuff and your golf ball, don't you? Still those ones.
I took my gear out of the shed and it had about an inch of dust on it, so.
Good on you.
Yeah. And Division 3 wins to Brothers, East Black and Across the Waves. Put the highlight there of the weekend, Leon Pearson.
Oh, Leon.
A relative of yours.
Yes.
Carried his bat for 60 not out to get Brothers home.
Unbelievable.
So.
Yeah.
I don't think
His son Sam had great delight in telling his Sunday that Dad opened the batting, batted the whole innings, and they won the game. So,
what were they chasing, Grillsy?
about 140, I think. So.
Yeah, so 60 not for Leon.
Yeah.
More so known for his bowling
He is.
most of the time. Right arm slow, but
So it doesn't matter. We're
gets
talking about
wickets,
these 17-year-old guys.
Yep.
And then Leon, probably won't mind me saying it, on the better side of 50.
Yeah, no.
is still having a ball playing cricket.
Yeah,
so,
No, it's great. Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's what it's about, isn't it? Those divisions,
Yeah.
Go back out and have a bit of fun.
And
just
there's
enjoy.
going to be a few out for brothers this weekend, I'd say, with Sammy getting married.
No,
Yeah, they don't
split
play.
round. Split round. They got a ball.
round, Grillsy. Okay, well that's
We split the rounds with Luke Owen's weddings.
Well, that worked very handy there.
We had this planned, mate.
This has been planned for 6 months.
Come on, Krebsy, we run a good show here,
that's
mate.
good.
We'll get
That's
to
good.
next weekend shortly. Sunday, we had some rep cricket in Bundaberg, Matthew.
We did.
Bundaberg took on Gympie in the Good Child Shield for the Open Men's. Gympie's 9 for 181. Hayden Pope, the maiden destroyer, with 5 for 24. It's his first ever 5-wicket haul in any form of cricket, he told me.
Oh, wow. There you go.
Juniors,
Good day to do it, eh?
seniors,
Yeah. He did bowl well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in reply, Bundaberg chased him down 4 for 183 with about 20 overs spare, with half centuries to Mitch Parsons and Arden Lankowski. So
Arden got him off to a bit of a flyer, didn't he? He batted really well. And looking on your stats there, like Captain Mitch Parsons come on at the end bowling.
brag arm.
Yeah, some hand grenades and getting 3 for 8. Like these fast bowlers bust their ass in that.
All day. It was hot Sunday.
Rotating. And then he comes on and throws down some hand grenades and gets 3 for in a rep game and 60 odd not out and wins the game. So not a bad day for the Bundy boys. It was good.
Is it going to be South Burnett and Bundaberg again?
Well, South Burnett won the other game. They defeated Fraser Coast. So fortnight time we head down to Fraser Coast to play them. But you would think it would be South Burnett. But Gympie probably had a few blokes that didn't really commit to come up and play, which when they get home they may play. So,
righto.
Yeah.
Wouldn't count them out yet.
No, they've got some talent there, haven't they? Yeah. So
I think a few of the boys just got that feeling that last year hurt them a little bit, and they really want to commit and do well for Bundaberg this year. And then the juniors, we had under 14s out the back take on South Burnett. A couple of big wins for the junior sides. The 14s 9 for 365. Bo Donaldson scoring 100, Carl Anderson 49 and Corin Driver 48. And they bowled South Burnett out for 110. So a big win there for those young fellas. And in the 12s, another big win. Bundaberg 348. Tyson Malone was 71 and Ryan Bellham, you'd be pretty happy with this double for me, 55 and 4 for 3.
Yeah.
We talk about Ryan a lot in junior cricket, and we did last year in the cricket shows, and they bowled South Burnett for 85. So,
he came off his first duck on Saturday in junior cricket, Ryan. He was pretty disappointed. He'd had 2 not outs before then, so he was really happy, and he was hoping to get his 5 for, but as per the team rules that they have, that they only bowl a certain amount of overs, and no matter what, that's what happens, and it was good that he just went, that's the team rule, and he went on with it. So I think he got player of the match for the under 12s.
I reckon.
I'm pretty sure.
I reckon he was a dollar.
Pretty good double.
Pretty good double.
And a shout out to Jaden Lever for Fraser Coast in the other game. He got 104 off 68 balls for Fraser Coast.
In the 12s?
In the 12s.
Oh, wow.
So that's great to get a
He's a
100
very
in
good
the
young
12s.
footballer as well.
He is?
Rhys, he best on ground for Howie Bay in the under 12s and as well.
Oh, there you
in
go.
The grand final.
Good all-round sportsman.
Yeah.
No. So plenty happening in cricket.
Yeah,
This is
that was
the
a
number
good
one
weekend.
sport of summer.
Yeah,
so,
summer. Here we are.
All right, we're going to shoot our last commercial break. After the break, we're going to preview all the weekend, and we've got Victoria with the competition stuff. We'll be right back.
Rum City Foods stocks everything. Paul's milk, frozen products, packaged foods, dairy, bakery, drinks, chemicals, and all the hospitality packaging you need. Find them at rumcityfoods.com.au or at their massive new premises on Commercial Street, Bundaberg.
At Rose Consulting and Financial Services, they offer fast, tailored finance solutions for a range of equipment, from business vehicles to farming machinery. Find Rose Consulting and Financial Services on Facebook and LinkedIn. RCFS, making finance simple again.
Welcome back to the show. All right, we're going to head back to Victoria to tell us all about our competition.
Yes, Rhys, big competition is still running. Anyone who enters stands to win a $5,000 voucher, which can be spent on any Heavenly Holiday home located in Queensland or Victoria. It's all thanks to Sports Week, Heavenly Holiday Homes, and of course Grand Ridge Brewery. So these are absolutely stunning holiday homes, and you can spend your voucher on any one of them. Now, to enter the competition, you've just got to go to any of our sites, go straight to the competition tab, enter your details, and you are in the draw to win this fantastic prize. Now, not only that, the lucky winner is also going to receive 2 cartons of Grand Ridge Brewery's award-winning beer and apple cider. So it's going to be a pretty snazzy little prize to take away there. But Nimmo, if you will, thank you. That's not the only thing we've got on offer here on Sports Week. If you'd like to come and join in on the show every week, Wednesday nights, you can come in and sit in the live audience. And anyone who joins us in the audience each week receives a $20 voucher to spend at Freshfields Bakery, located right here in Bundy. So no one walks away with nothing. So some pretty cool prizes to be won, all just being involved in Sports Week. So yeah, make sure to head to our site and check out the big one though. And I'll hand back over to you, Rhys.
All right. Yes, get around that. It's great prize to be won, and it will be getting given away. So get around it.
How good.
All right. This weekend, or this next week, plenty happening. We'll kick off locally Friday night, Aussie Bundy Big Bash. The Better Heat taking on Tacklevan's Taipans. Who's your male? Well, no, who you're going for. I know who you're going for.
No, it doesn't worry me too much now. I just thought I'd do that to stir Krebsy up. So
Yeah, well, who wins, Mr. President?
I don't know who's in the teams. I know Sammy Pearson's out for the Heat, but Arden
good luck to Sammy. He's getting married
Sammy's
on
getting
Saturday.
married. Good luck. Yes, exactly. But Arden Lankowski comes back in for his first game, so as the skipper.
You think on form you've got to tip the Heat?
Yeah, he's probably on form, but it's 2020. Anything can happen. Someone can have a big day.
Yeah.
As you know, the Taipan's got a couple in, a couple out. So
yeah, and Corey Pope's missing on Wide Bay under 21 duty. Hayden Pope's out he's at Sam's wedding, missing those couple. I don't think Ryan Norton's back from his Philippine junket or whatever he's on over there on work. So
should be refreshed.
Yeah, and he might be one out for Heat as well. So.
Oh yeah, he might be too. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So and then River Felstead in the under 21s.
No, he'll play Tavs Sunday.
Tavs Sunday, okay.
So yeah, East should be pretty well full strength. You would imagine, probably Bar and Jesse on week on.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that'd be a good game actually. Yeah. I think as we've said the last couple of weeks, they're not far that off East, are they? They're right there nearly in every game.
Yeah,
it's just about completing it.
So anyway, be a great Saturday afternoon at Solder Oval Field 1. The ICC World Cup rolls on. Been catching much of that?
I tell you what, the Aussies have gone from trying to recruit a couple of Bundaberg cricket players to just dominating. So they've hit their straps, haven't they?
And a few results going their way. They beat the Netherlands, and then they got Sri Lanka. They got to play New Zealand yet.
And England.
And England. So the way England's going.
I think we've played Sri Lanka.
Played Sri Lanka. Bangladesh.
We've got. Yeah.
The way England's going, they couldn't beat time with a stick at the moment. It's terrible.
They're not going to progress through, but you'd imagine if you're a betting man, and just so happens that I think most of us are, you'd be on the South Africa Australia train, wouldn't you?
Yeah, New Zealand and India too.
Yeah, that's a good top four.
They're the four, I reckon.
Yeah, they're the best four.
There has been some upsets though this World Cup, and I think there's probably a couple to come. Afghanistan have caused a couple of them, and obviously the Netherlands knocking off South Africa. I don't know where that come from, but the only form line I can see was they actually knocked them off in the T20 World Cup too. So But they've been irresistible apart from that, especially De Kock and Klassen there, just smoking them over the boundary.
300s now for Quinton de Kock. So.
India at home, well,
I think they're.
It'll just be the pressure that'll get to them. If they go through undefeated, the pressure of winning at home with billions of them watching, and in the grandstand, that'll be the thing.
If it ends up Australia and India, it'll be interesting to see what sort of pitch they prepare because they totally stitched Australia up in that first match.
Yeah.
So what do we call it, fellas? I'm going to need a multi with the Cox play on the weekend. Who takes it out?
I think India. India win the World Cup.
India? Yeah. I might back South Africa.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's hard still at the moment.
We'll see where things are at in another week's time, shall we?
Right. I was just looking for some longer odds.
Just have a trifecta.
Saturday afternoon, evening. Like Australia take on New Zealand in that rugby league over there, I believe.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That'll be
Waikato.
Waikato.
Oh, is it? Righto.
So, it should be a good game, that. New Zealand coming off a 50-0 defeat of Samoa last week.
Both teams already through to the final the following week. So, and there's been a few team changes too with Nico Hines getting a run.
Yep.
And I think Jake Trbojevic is in too for the Aussies.
Tom Flegler's making his debut, the banana farmer from North Queensland.
Yeah, that's it. I think Samoa will probably be disappointed, for this little try series because they were coming in guns blazing.
Well, they made the World Cup final last year.
Yeah, that's right. And then to be to get done 50-0 to New Zealand and
Australia put the cleaners through them the week before.
That's right. Yeah, we were 28-0 up after about 20 minutes or something. It was very unfortunate I think for them. That's a bit of a backward step considering the guys that they have. They've got a pretty strong side.
It'll be interesting to see how it goes because obviously you don't say any game's a dead rubber, but this one. Basically, it's a test match, but it's a dead rubber because they're both in the final the week after. So,
any time you're playing for your country shouldn't be a dead
rubber.
No,
that's right.
Yeah, but it'll be interesting to see this week's result.
Yeah, the Rugby Union World Cup. I don't think anyone's paid attention to it, but it finally concludes this weekend. And
has it been going for 3 months?
It feels like it. It's been going. Well, they started talking about the Wallabies in June, I reckon.
The fun. Well, it's not funny, but because Australia were terrible, but. Rugby Australia had already launched a review into Australia's performance at the World Cup.
Before they'd even finished. And they actually nearly made it through to the quarterfinals courtesy of Portugal knocking off Fiji. They had to win by 7 and they won by 1 as about $8 outsiders. So, but rightly so, Australia didn't make the quarterfinals and it's come through to the grand final now. And I think it's the two teams that deserve to be there, New Zealand and South Africa, and it should be a ripping contest.
Oh, there you go. That's who it is. I wouldn't even know.
I'm tipping an upset. I reckon Japan under Eddie Jones.
The Red Blossoms.
The Irish are fuming. They're the number one ranked team in the world, and they got stitched up in the draw. I've been told by one certain Irishman. That
two of the best contests of the World Cup arguably could have been the final. We're in the quarterfinals. With the Irish play, like the Kiwis knocking off the Irish, and also France and South Africa playing a 1-point thriller. So, it's interesting how they do the draw, but we've made it to the grand final now.
That's another conversation.
And the Wallabies as well.
Yeah, no, we
start again.
Rubbish. Start again.
Yeah.
But it's Cox Plates Day. Anyone got Nimo? You got something in the Cox Plate for us?
I think Gold Trip just wins. Gold Trip, the horse of the year. Just wins.
Gold Trip. I don't know.
I actually haven't had a look yet.
I haven't had much of a look, but
Zaki's drawn wide.
I think Alligator Blood is flying.
Yeah, I think Alligator Blood.
Yep, and Gay and Adrian Bott, they're flying. So, I reckon Alligator Blood, the Queenslander, to get a win in the Cox Plate.
Yeah. No, I've got nothing on it.
No,
I haven't really had a look.
Oh, that's right. You got a few more days yet.
Yeah.
We've got a little multi going on at Rockhampton tonight, though, Krebsy. How's that going?
We don't know, Nimo. We needed you to watch the ping. You had it on the wrong one. So.
We'll get back to you next week on that one.
Yes. Yeah. What's in store for the next week for you, Vic? Plenty of early mornings.
Yeah, no, a couple more of those. But when you when you tune into 4BU. There's sports news every half hour on the Brekkie Show, straight after local news and then now national news. So always keeping up to date on everything that's been happening, not just in the Wide Bay, but all around Queensland and nationally as well. So every day, Monday to Friday, 5 a.m. through to 10 a.m.
Is Zach reading that now?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I thought he might have been.
No, very good.
Side gig, Nimo.
Thanks tonight. Thank you for your work tonight. Thank you, Nimo.
Good girls.
Good to have you back.
There.
It's good to have you back, mate. We've missed you. Braden, thanks very much for joining us.
No worries.
Thanks to Jason Bell on the live link. Thank you, Matthew.
Cheers, mate. See you at the cricket.
See you at the cricket. Get out there, support your team. That's all we got time for on Sports Week. Bye for now.
This is the QITV network, returning locally made programs to the Wide Bay, Central, North and far north of Queensland.